Dipendra Singh, when he is out in the middle, he will test his partner. He is lightning fast, whether he is with the bat out in the middle or as a fielder. An absolutely amazing athlete of the game, I'd like to say.
Fantastic athlete. Three dimensions of the game, and he just aces them to perfection. Just the way he executes his fielding processes and while batting as well. Again, we see that tight line and length.
Last time he breaks curfew. I'm looking for my son. He's a teenager. Hi. I'm looking for a teenage boy.
From on their fun. 6 done, it's only for 3 Nepal.
On strike we have the skipper of Nepal, Dipendra Singh.
Power play in the books, and it belongs to the United Arab Emirates. Real pressure building on Kushal Malla on his return to international cricket. And a rather nightmarish run out, one that he's not going to want to remember. Delighted to Prithvi Paskota retaining in the commentary box with me. Firstly, good evening, not good afternoon, because we're under floodlights.
Under floodlights, Lenny. That's a bit of a surprise, isn't it, for international game? First time, historic series, and welcome. So you just landed in the morning as well.
There's a real tradition, isn't there, in Nepal of doing things at the last minute. I've kind of taken that on board with you guys. So that one just keeps a little low, fraction low on Dipendra Singh, and it's part of my culture now. So I only arrived in at about 10 a.m. this morning, got a quick cat nap in, and to the ground for 3 o'clock, and just so fantastic to see after 777 days the return of international cricket to Nepali shores.
Long time since the last T20 international was played, and what an occasion as well, under lights, but not the best of starts that Nepal would be hoping for. In trouble right now, 40 for 3.
It fascinated me, the decision to have a bat first, because I know there was a bit of the PM Cup here, wasn't there? But then it generally went out of the city, didn't it? Out towards the region. So probably didn't know how the pitch was going to play. And the floodlights to take effect with cooler temperatures later. Were you surprised by Ari's decision to bat first?
Maybe they were looking to just get some effectiveness out of the pitch during the lights when they came on. But as things stand right now, we certainly think about that decision.
You see a debutant not just for Nepal but also for the UAE. 3, I think it is, for the United Arab Emirates, including this man who's had so much talk about him through his ILT20 exploits for the Desert Vipers. One of, I think it's 5 players granted citizenship through naturalisation, so that's given him the qualification. Not quite as quick to the eye as what I've seen in the ILT20. Looks to me just warming into international cricket.
He didn't look a bit in DP as well, but they are getting strike lengths, just finishing on stops.
He will get off the mark. A quickly scampered single would have got there even with a direct hit. It was impressive though. Got to be careful to him. His fitness is elevated massively. Real pressure on both batters here. The new captain of Nepal, talk us through that. He's taking the reins just for the T20I format.
Yeah, Dipendra has been the vice captain for a number of years. He's an experienced player as well. Vice captain in the World Cup as well. He's a class player. Of course, there will be some pressure on him. Cricket Association of Nepal decided to go with very experienced head in Dipendra Singh. The talks have been there for a number of years for him to captain the side. as it turns out, and just was waiting for this series to show up, for him to be the captain of the Nepal team squad.
Into the arc and the wheelhouse of Mala, but he misses out just the single. Yeah, Stuart Law was very keen to get across. Get to the end of that over. Come back to that point on Stuart Law. The score moves to 42 for 3.
7 overs has been completed. Nepal they are now 42 runs on the board. All 3 down.
Ice Tiger energy drink.
Skyward air conditioner.
NASA Securities, Nepal's largest stockbroker. Extreme energy drink. Max Tiger energy drink.
स्वस्तिक सोयाबिन तेल 30 वर्षको विश्वास.
Making a record is not that easy. Thank you, Grace, for connecting life with learning.
Greece International.
Mala taking some time to warm into it. He's understandable given the lack of international cricket that he's played. A good running here will get them 2, in fact it'll get them 3. That might be the biggest cheer of the day because there's no more popular cricketer in the country right now than Dipender Singh Airi after his World Cup exploits. That's a tricky right running between the wickets. It turned 1 into 3.
That's the thing with Dipender Singh Airi, just runs and runs, and he just puts some pressure on the other partner as well. Wayward throw there anyways. Sharafa with the throw. Then Dipender Singh Airi, he does not need any second invitation, does he, Lenny? Just runs his way through.
It's funny how a small moment like that can be a big moment because it gets Airi back on strike. Mala's clearly battling a little. He's just 7 off 12 at the moment. Keep you posted with the score. It's 45 for 3 in the 8th here. So I think that Airi needs to have an immediate impact. There is batting to come. How would you see the rest of that Nepal lineup shaping up?
Just going through the lineup, Lenny. And Boss here, left-hander Gulshan Shah is another option that they can just. That's a beautiful scene right there. Lights are on.
Do you think Bashir or Gulshan Shah next?
Depending on who loses the wicket here, if the left-hander is dismissed, Shanala, then we might see Bashir coming up.
Just needs to get a tennis stroke out there before handing it over his head like a serve. Yeah, I think obviously Bashir Ahmed and Gulshan Shah both left-handed. It might depend on when the wicket falls rather than which batter it is in terms of if it falls quite soon for Nepal. They won't want that time, but it might be Bashir Ahmed. Later in the innings could be Gulshan Shah.
Yeah, definitely Gulshan has got the long handle and is able to clear the boundaries. They would be looking to get their left and right in combination, but I don't see right-handers who would make a mark right now. As you see, line up Sandeep, Hemant, Nandan and Sher.
Kerry Case here in the 11, that really adds to the all-round depth. You look at this lineup today, it's an experimental one. A reminder, there is not any World Cup qualification or future status riding on today. There are T20I ranking points, it's an official T20 international, but 4 out-and-out bowlers really. I know Lamachani can clear the ropes, as can Nandan Yadav, and Sharmala's batting is improving, but really there are 4 players who are inside the ball.
Yeah, the tail does look long than the previous teams that we have had, as you mentioned, and rightly so. Karan, they would have added a lot more strength to the lower middle order.
Great line so far from the UAE. They've really come in with a clear game plan. Lalchan Rajput, their head coach, has been boosted. It was a tough World Cup for them, wasn't it? Didn't really show how good they can be. Junaid Sadiq in his moments, as did Alishan Sharafu, but the rest, Sohaib Khan was good actually as well, but the rest didn't really stand up. So with 5 new players into the squad, big boost for them.
Absolutely, Lenny. They look pretty good as well. They have impressed so far. They've hit the right areas. They're bowling according to the pace of the pitch as well. Not giving away anything outside the off stump, just finishing on stumps. And it is kind of slow as well.
Great changes of pace, really crafty bowling. This is a side that have played a lot of cricket here in the UAE. End of the 8th, it's 47.
एक सिपमा juicy taste अनि chewमा full मजा. Feel the chew, taste the juice, that's delicious.
Asian Paints Ultimate Protect Shine शानदार घर वर्षों वर्ष
प्राइम मिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या स्टिल एक्सट्रीम एनर्जी ड्रिंक हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या स्टिल energy drink.
12 overs remain here for Nepal to get themselves up to a total they would like. Here comes the wrist spin. Brown, though not at capacity, probably, what are we looking at, about 50% full at the moment. Hope for a full house tomorrow night. Reminder, if you are in the valley, do get those tickets, come along and feel the buzz, feel the thrill in person. One of 14 internationals across the next 30. Series between UAE and Nepal.
Finds the gap. It's racing towards the boundary, and that will be the first boundary for Kushal as he just finds that gap behind points. Reaches the fence. Shot wide. Not too short actually. Just manufactured that shot. They find the gap as well. He needs to get a move on here, Lenny.
Yeah, nice placement. Well put away, beats the dive, and I think he's getting reward for the shot from the previous delivery where he hit it a long way in front to square, so I suspect backward point has just crept a little bit to his left. It's ended up costing 4 runs. Good start to this over for Nepal. Imagine that the matchup for Mala, he'll like the looks of this right arm wrist spin. There's also a little disparity, just want to point this out. From this end of the ground, 60-metre leg side boundary now for defender Singari to work with, out to the offside for him 65, so definite disparity between the two sides.
Yeah, and Kushal would definitely be eyeing that position as well, although it is the longer side of the boundary. The leg spinner coming in, hit those slog sweeps that he is most popular for.
Very unlike Irie though, 2 off 9, a slow start. But I was so impressed with him in the T20 World Cup. He was the star performer, maybe not just for Nepal, maybe all the associates. His intent from ball 1. The problem is, since then, he hasn't played a game, has he? He sat on the bench for Islamabad United. What are they doing? How do you not pick Dipendra Singh Irie?
That's the question every Nepali cricket fan had been asking for. Went there, just didn't play. So that was a bit of a surprise for everyone. And like you rightly mentioned, he has not played a game as well since the World Cup.
Yes, he worked it to the leg side, just be a single. 6 million Pakistani rupee he was drafted for. Didn't play a game.
It's just sad for a Nepali cricket fan. We'd love to see him in action. PSL, just one of the biggest leagues in the world, franchise cricket, and you have our ace cricketer going in and representing Nepal. Then you don't get a game. Absolute shame.
Better over the summer. Nepal won't get the second, but it will be 10 from it. 9 have been bowled now. 57 for 3.
9 overs have been completed. Nepal down now 57 runs on the board for 3.
केही सपना त अझै बाँकी थियो मेरो पनि थियो Innings time.
UAE have control at the moment. UAE needs to find a bit of a flourish, some timing, some rhythm. Do the pair of Gulshan Jad from Bashir Ahmed's all-round exploits as well. How has the PM Cup been going? That's been the kind of focus attention for the last six weeks or so.
It just concluded. Army just won that trophy after 4 long years. So it was good. Plenty of young players, as you can see. As a result, they have been rewarded in the ODI squad as well. And even in this T20 lineup, we see some changes. And the players have been knocking on the door. Finally, as that one is hit straight to the cover fielder.
There's some real standout performers as well, and crucially for me, young cricketers. So tell me about Arjun Kamal, over 500 runs, 2 centuries, and one of only 3 batters to get 400 plus.
He was just brilliant. I watched his couple of centuries as well, Lenny. He was in his zone as well. He had spent a lot of time before the PM Cup in India, and he just showed his class. The temperament that he has is second to none.
Signs of aggression from Mala, but still no timing. And a positive move from Nepal to not just have it in Kathmandu, I think for one of the first times.
4 venues, in fact. The first leg was held in Upper Mulpani and the Lower Mulpani Cricket Ground, and then another 2 venues in Birganj and the other one in Janakpur. So a total of 4 venues. So that's a win for the cricket board as well.
Yeah, the crucial thing for the fans there, you can see the square has had some time to recover. We saw during the Nepal Premier League at the end of last year, pitch is starting to get a little tired. This is pulled into the gap, and a tumbling Mohammad Wasim keeps it to just a couple. And I think that's important. We need more good facilities across the country to also give visibility to the other provinces and cricketers from all across Nepal. I think whilst I love the TU ground, it can't be the only place that's hosting cricket. For the big games, these floodlit matches, of course it's going to be here in front of the big crowds. But great to see the game spreading all the way across this beautiful nation.
That was the beauty of the PM Cup, Lenny. Just the way it just spread out across all zones in Nepal. That one is thumped towards the long off boundary. Will be picked up. Neat work here, and UAE have looked so sharp in the field. He got a brilliant run out already. They have fielded magnificently. Just the way Mohammad Wasim looks, he looks fitter, and he just runs across the ground pretty fast as well.
Yeah, that's been actually a sort of 18-month process for Wasim. You look at Wasim 2025 compared to the cricketer we saw here in 2023. Can't help but mention that famous game on March 16th. He's completely changed his regime of fitness and diet. Kicks out extra cover, misses out there. One of the debutants. Murphy makes the stop. We're at the halfway stage. I think the players are going to have a drink. We'll take a break here in the commentary box. Great to have you back with us after that 777-day wait. Nepal batting first, having won the toss. They're 62 for 3.
खाना खाने ब्रेक है खाना खाने पानी खाने ब्रेक हेलो ल यो चिया खाने ब्रेकमा है गाइजहरू यो चाहिँ चिया खाने बुझ्दै हल्काको विज्ञापन के देखाउने भनेर नि जो सब्सक्राइब गरिदिउँ है सब्सक्राइब गरिदिउँ त्यहाँ बोल्छ यहाँ बोल्छ यहीँको यहीँ भएर यहीँको भएको होला त्यही हो त्यो टाइम सब्सक्राइब चाहिँ गरिदिनु होला सबैले अहिले ड्रिङ्क्स ब्रेक भइरहेको थियो त्यसले गर्दा हामीले पज गरेको यो
Eggs is like juicy taste and it's your mouth full with that. Feel the chew, taste the juice, that's delicious.
Asian Paints Ultimate Product Shine Dark. Consolidation. Innings of the Nepal. Ajay Baki. Game over.
आउँदैन है त्यही नजिक भएर
With you every step of the way.
For this extreme energy drink, two-match T20I series, you can see Stuart Law. Next to the crease after a very, very long wait. Waited, well, over 2 years to get back into international cricket. You're very welcome along to the coverage here on Kantapur Max 2 HD TV. You're live with me here, Andrew Leonard. I've just landed off a plane from Ireland. Great to be back in my second home. Got Prithu Baskota, the former Nepal international, alongside me. Prithu, it's been a bit of an inauspicious start for Nepal. They were very clear at the toss with you, weren't they? Defender Singh Airi won the toss, chose to bat first, wanted to post a score to get a good score on the board. Yeah, this looks close, so this is given. Disaster strikes straight after the drinks break. It looked pretty straight to me. It looked as though it pitched in line. Malahu likes to hit down the ground, looks for the sweep, doesn't get anything on it. Fourth wicket falls.
Looked like he picked the wrong ball. Too full to sweep. You can see there, was not in the right position, and that looks pretty straight. How many times have we seen after a drinks break or strategic break, you get that wicket as a bowling team? Kushal Malla didn't look settled. He goes back to the hut for 17, facing 21 deliveries. You can see there it's pretty straight. Easy decision for the umpire. Yeah, 63 for 4.
केही सपना त अझै बाँकी थियो मेरो पनि बाहिर भित्रको लागि एसियन पेन्ट्सको अल्टिमा रेन्ज
Crease. Even a cap at his head, he gets off the mark immediately. Definitely someone who has benefited as the midfield will allow a single. Very quick to call his new partner back. Someone who's benefited from the Nepal Premier League, just 2 editions in, but Ahmed across the 2 seasons has shown enough to force his way into the side.
Yeah, definitely. He did impress in the Nepal Premier League. He had a wonderful match-winning knock for Biratnagar Kings against the Karnali Yaks, where he just single-handedly showed them and led them the way towards victory. So richly deserved a position here for Basir. He did have a good TM Cup as well.
Certainly, he's always struck me as someone who's a very gritty cricketer. I noticed from looking at the PM Cup scorecards, catching the streams where I could, he was in the wickets too, so he'll offer that left-arm spin option for Nepal.
He doesn't bowl too much, but whenever he does tend to get those breakthroughs as well. He's been scoring the runs with the bat, but his contribution with the ball, which has led him to a T20 spot as well.
Yeah, I think for me, from knowing his game, he'll be more naturally suited to the ODI format, and I think he'll be someone that certainly might have a big mark across the weeks to come. Went to the T20 World Cup, didn't get a game, probably not overly surprising.
Yeah, you would expect that whenever you were going to the World Cup, Bashir Ahmed would have found himself really tough to get in that playing 11, and as a result he didn't play a game as well. Right now he has a point to prove.
Just keep it a bit low. Just the 5 runs from the over, crucially the 4th wicket as well. 67 for 4.
मेरो पनि बाहिरी भित्ताको लागि एसियन पेन्ट्सको अल्टिमा रेन्ज
Complete control right now, and a bit of a hush across the TU. And the reason why, Nepal not at their best by any stretch. Remember, their first international since that World Cup odyssey, that journey to Mumbai, which, although it might not have gone as everyone would have hoped, really had its moments. They pushed England to the brink, had a first World Cup win in 12 years with that closing victory over Scotland in what was a thrilling game. There were under par performances though, particularly Italy. That's probably the one that is leaving a bit of regret for all the players.
Absolutely, Lenny. That Italy game is some game that you would love to forget as a Nepali fan and as a cricketer as well. They really turned up the heat against England, came so close, again missing by 4 runs.
What was the feeling, the emotion, the atmosphere across the country? I saw some of the footage. It blew my mind, even though I've been here so many times. I couldn't really get my head around just how much it meant to everyone.
Absolutely, it's the World Cup, and it was in India as well, so that makes it even better. That made it even better. I was all the way in Mumbai as well, Lenny. I had the opportunity to watch all the 4 matches, and the crowd was truly fantastic.
Of course you were. I saw you there. This is how good my memory is getting as I get older.
You recall, Lenny, no worries.
When you reminded me, I've recalled. You know, the footage, I think it really struck me. A lot of the big outdoor screenings that we saw, communities, families, fans coming together across Nepal. I suppose it's part of a wider narrative, isn't it? Election very safely and successfully run, a new government now, brighter times ahead for the whole country.
We hope so, and they have been taking some strides, as has the Cricket Association of Nepal, bringing a new team. Maybe inspired by the government as well, but let's see how things span out. Basir is just step towards the sweeper.
How much of this side for this 2-match series is a bit of experimentation, a little bit of chance to blood some new players, look to the future?
Absolutely. There are new players in the side who have been representing the Nepal A side as well. They have represented Nepal in the senior side as well. But just looking at the team right now, they do have some very high potential players as well. As you can see, Shermala had just 1 outing in the World Cup as well.
What about Santosh Yadav as well coming in? I know he's not playing in the 11 today, but you'd imagine there'd be an opportunity maybe to get him a debut tomorrow.
Hopefully, Lenny, just the way it's going right now. But how are they going to manage the playing 11? Because they have
inside out, over extra, short to the fielder. A little bit fortunate. You can see Irene's frustration. And this happens. Players even as good as him can get frustrated. 72 for 4.
Next time, energy drink.
Asian Paints Ultimate Protect शानदार वर्ष
Special celebrations like झन्डै स्पेशल बनाउने सधैँ KFC.
Extreme energy drink.
Beautiful scenes and a bit of history here. Whether you're watching it from west into Bashim or Bharatnagar or Janakpur or Chitwan or Pokhara, whichever part of the country you're in, watching on live here on Kantapur Max 2 HD. First ever time Floodlights use an international match as Tanvir returns, and good piece of fielding from Alishan Sharifu, keeps it to a dot ball. Will be the first of many internationals in years to come, you'd imagine. The renovation of this ground is something the whole country should be so proud of.
No doubt about it. Just the way things have gone about it. Lots of anticipation for every cricket fan. And finally, in the last NPL, we did get the floodlights. We did get plenty of games as well. This time, it's a different thing. It's Nepal national side playing. And we've been waiting for this for almost 2 decades now.
Good risks from Irie, the sweepers out there. Yeah, they've almost been waiting too long, but it's been worth the wait. And it's a proper world-class facility now. But for Nepal, I suppose the other thing to remember is, whilst they've been playing domestic cricket, international cricket's so different in its flow, its structures. They haven't played at home at all either, so they're readjusting.
It's been a minute, for sure. Lack of international cricket, just domestic cricket happening. As you can see, crowd, they need some energy. Rather see some boundaries rather than singles.
A bit of frustration I sensed up there. Certainly want to see big hits. Slow ball, nicely delivered, just punched down the ground for one. I'm sure you're watching the game back in October between these two sides, last time they met. A 1-run victory. It was, even by Nepali standards, a ludicrous one that they pulled off in the T20 World Cup qualifier.
Wow, what a match that was. League stage and playing against the arch rivals. Just winning by a single run. What a game that was. We had just nails bitten off at that moment in time. It was such a crucial game as well at the point of time. Nepal needed that win, and doesn't matter how they crossed the line, but they did by a single run.
3 wickets from the final 3 deliveries, including a run out. Defender Singhari just been in for a 6 by Drug Parashar, struck back the next ball. Classic T20I. The problem is, I'm not sure 140 is going to be enough here from what I've seen of this surface in the history at the TU. Irie's 15 of 23. Just can't get it going.
Yeah, he's struggling to get the pace of the pitch. Anything outside the off, it just slashes at him. But within the stumps, he has not been able to rotate the strike as well. They come out with good plans. The game plan has been spot on by the UAE bowlers. Every new bowler that has been bowling finished on the stumps, making life difficult for the Nepalese batters.
Good aggression this time. Quite as quick as I've been told he is, or as what I've seen at the ILT20, but he's maybe while bowling within himself, certainly very impressive. Where he scaled all the way up to number 3 in the world, and maybe number 2 at one point in men's T20I all-round. He's got to turn this innings around for his country now as captain.
Pick a bowler. He just needs to pick a bowler, target him, and know his scoring areas. We know he can reverse the leg spinner as well if he comes into the attack. But for the medium paces, he would rather look to go downtown.
He's going to be delighted. I think it's the back of the hand slower ball to finish out his set. He's going to finish 4 overs, no wickets, but only 18 runs on his T20I debut. Well bowled, Tanvir. 77.
140. I think मेरो हिसाबमा त 160 पुग्छ यार. मेरो हिसाबमा चाहिँ 160 पुग्छ है.
प्राइम बिलियनबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या स्टिल. बाहिरी भित्ताको लागि एसियन पेन्ट्सको अल्टिमा रेन्ज.
Making record is not that easy. Thank you, Grace, for connecting life with learning.
Greece International.
Energy drink. 155. 155 त क्रस हुन्छ यार. 160 त मिनिमम पुर्याउनै पर्छ.
Well,
160 त
nowhere in a
मिनिमम
hurry. That Irene would have hoped, but he's got it in his own hands.
डन्डै छक्का.
He's going to try and get something going, but no timing yet again. 17 of 25. A little bit of a switch up in the box here. Safe on farewell for the moment. Quickly, Discovery, keep me Andrew Leonard. Kieran Batterman. Kieran, Chrissy, good to be with you. Not probably the first innings Nepal would have hoped for.
Absolutely. Thank you, Edwin, first of all. And it's a pleasure to have you back in Nepal. It's always exciting to see this young man talking about cricket of Nepal. But at the moment, there's nothing much to talk about, isn't it? Like they've lost the wickets. A slight fumble. Won't get a boundary. It's been aces since Nepal have got their last boundary, Andrew. And that shows the quality of bowling, the discipline that UAE have maintained. And on top of that, the regular wickets that Nepal lost has cost them the greatness.
सबैजनालाई लाइभमा स्वागत छ है
Back is really
हामीले यतिसम्म चाहिँ गर्न
probably
सकेका
the turning point thus far was that run out of
सब्सक्राइब
Bertel.
पनि
It was
गरिदिनु
looking
होला
pretty good. Just to mix up with Kushan
अनि हाम्रो
Mala.
त्यो च्यानलहरूका कन्टेन्टहरू पनि यसो मिलाएर हेर्नु होला क्यामेरा एङ्गल
Straight down the way. Gets four. Shulbairi gets another miss.
And it was pretty good for Nepal. They had to get some runs on the board because on the last occasion they were very
दिपुलाई के भन्छ र
But this time around, look at Bashir Ahmed. Waited for the ball to come, was a tad outside and straight past the bowler for a boundary. Great shot.
Hyder Ali is such an impressive one. He's been the one actually
यो
staying a bit off the
दिपु
money.
यही बसेको छ कि दिपु
Karachi
भन्ने
attacking.
साथी
And still, he's only gone at around 7 runs and over at the moment.
30 130 त क्रस हुन्छ हौ
Good match up this one though. Second Ahmed wants it, but Irish sends it back. He might have got there, so it kind of does the feeling.
How rarely will you see Dipendra Singh Harry resecting for a second run? He's the skipper. He has got a lot of responsibility in his soldiers. He's 85 of 4, 13.4 overs.
हेलो
Well, they have to conclude at some time. After this, they've got Wilshin Jha, the only recognized batter I'd like to say to follow. So it's very important that they maintain the partnership going on as deep as they can.
Yes!
Bit of chaos, a bit of pantomime. Nearly think of a third, but went to the same two.
He was premeditated for that shot. Just hit it over that fielder. Point reach and the ball raised. Touch and go in the boundary. Everything was happening in that particular delivery. 2 more runs being aided. Much more fruitful over for Nepal. This one.
चौका भयो चौका भयो यस मजा आउँदैछ
Just
केटाहरूले
will
हान्छ
already look for a boundary to make it the big over that dominated thus far.
अहिले हामीले चाहिँ राम्रो हाल्दैछ
They're just looking for a boundary check just on the fielding. For me, it was pretty clear and clean. We have the technology in place. The signifiers are really coming to life.
के हो र अब व्यापार छैन कि दोकानमा
Boundary. Fielder.
कति
Grab the ball immediately on the first attempt. Was way inside that boundary line.
टिप्नै सक्दैन हौ
Till this moment. Oh, touch it for
Never
Andrew.
speak too soon. That should be forced. A great piece of umpire, because on first view, I don't know. That is the most experienced.
अघि भनेको नि चौका भइसक्यो
He was eagle-eyed. He saw that, and maybe some of the relevance. They goes to 2, so 2 becomes 4. Makes it
हाम्रो
already
देशमा
12
सुरक्षाकर्मीले
off
पनि
the over.
क्रिकेटको मैदानतिर फर्केर हेर्न पाउँछ अन्त पनि
Really
पाउँदैन
happy to keep the strike. It's away. Same fielder. Actually worked out. Over Larry somehow finds 2. Before it didn't do anyone.
केटाहरूले खेल्छ नि खतरा खेल्छ यहाँ अलिकति त्यस्तै उस्तै नमिलेको हो कि केटाहरूलाई जिताउनु पर्छ है हामीले
Feel the chew, taste the juice, that's delicious.
केही सम्पदाता अझै बाँकी थियो मेरो पनि नेपालको बेस्ट क्वालिटी सिमेन्ट युनाइटेड सिमेन्ट्स हरेक निर्माणको धड्कन
गुड गुड त्यसो बोर्डवालजी गुड
एनर्जी ड्रिङ्क
लाइक र सब्सक्राइब पनि यसो हानिदिनु है साथीहरू
So 6 overs remaining, finally a bit of momentum. Kieran, what are Nepal looking for from here?
Well, they have to go for runs. There's no escaping it. When I was talking to the curator prior to the game, he said it is 190 plus wicket. Nepal got off to a flyer when Kushal and Arjun were batting, but they had lost too many wickets in between. Now it's time. Bashir Ahmed decides to do that over the top, straight in the hand of the skipper of UAE, Mohammad Bashir. And the story continues. Bashir Ahmed, he will have to get back to the pavilion. The
They look to take on the longer boundary, 65 metres out that direction. Something that Bashir Ahmed must work on is power game. He is going to get spin, maybe a little bit off the inner half of the bats. The simplest of catches held out and taking the wickets. Ahmed just knows as though he's giving it away. Wasim it was who took the catch. One more look here. It's there to be hit as well, wasn't it? Just didn't quite get the connection he liked. And Wasim will catch that 99.5 times out of 100. Simple catch. So Ahmed, he's got to go for 20. Nepal lose their 5th in the score. Now 91 for 5.
91 मात्र पुग्यो नि गुलसनको
प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक
आज त
निर्माणको
गुलसन
मेरुदण्ड
अब एउटा मात्रै छ आज त केही गर्नु गुलु भाइले के गर्छ कि त भन्ने कुरा नि हो
Max Tiger Energy Drink. Skyworth Air Conditioner.
कोको काकाबाट हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ
NASA Securities.
टार्गेट 170 त नपुर्याउने भयो नि त केटाहरूले लापुस
Nearly 2 and 2, just crashing back. The ads are, you're welcome along to the coverage. Great to be back in action. 777 days, a long time to wait for international cricket. There's reasons why. It's really the home venue. Could have played it at Multani, but they had to get this ground renovated. It looks a picture. Certainly, it's now the fitting ground Nepal deserves.
Absolutely. The crowd, the fans had waited for a long time for this upgrade. It nearly took us around 2 years, but look at this. Fantastic. Doesn't it look absolutely gorgeous? From the ground, we can now call to you an international cricket stadium, a proud moment for everyone in the cricketing fraternity of Nepal.
Well, really flat this time. Definite turn on offer. They'll know Gulshan Jaz's reputation. They know what he did in the qualifier, the impact he had throughout that. He was really in many ways, Nepal's MVP. Quite a number of company would have liked him. I want to see him up the order a bit. He's coming in often, very late in the innings. Such a difficult role. 4 or 5 overs. To attack every ball from ball 1 is not easy, but Jan does it very, very well indeed. This partnership, a critical one.
Absolutely, and he's pretty young as well. The youngster, but he has proved his mark. He has established himself as one of the prominent batters of Nepal. And this is the time he has to rise and shine along with the skipper, Dipendra Singh Ari, still fighting out in the middle.
Now, that easily could have been number 6. It has been missed, and this is a missed opportunity. Keeper and he does Manny on his debut. Allows it just to fly through, gets us to the end of the over. It's 96 for 5.
प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या स्थिल शानदार घर
वर्षौं वर्ष
Max Tiger Energy Drink.
Big final 5 needed for Nepal. 140, I'm not even sure that will be enough. UAE, without doubt, the box seat at the moment. Junaid Sadiq returns. Well, he's bowling as well as he's ever bowled. Only in the autumn, maybe pushing towards the winter of his career, but always a fast and fearsome opponent.
Absolutely, and look at the lineup where he bowls. He knows Nepalese batters very well. He knows the conditions at TU very well. He has played a lot of games here and showing his experience. Won't be that easy for the batters to get him away because he's a thinking bowler, and with the amount of experience he has, well, Gulshan really has to be watchful.
Another one beats the outside edge. Something happening today, isn't there? Every Nepali batter who's come to the crease outside of Bertel at the top has found it difficult early.
Yeah, another thing is the ball's not coming onto the bat. It's not the pitch. The pitch looks alright. The bounce is decent. But the problem is, at times the batters tend to hit the ball a bit earlier. And that is the reason why they are not being able to time the ball they'd have liked. Gulshan Jha, as we've seen in this inning so far, he hasn't been using his feet much, Andrew. That can be one of the problems because Junaid is keeping the ball away from him.
Full, very straight and given. Thought this might have just pitched outside leg, but Jha has shuffled across the stumps, and Pradhan gets the finger up immediately. Jha's tortured short stay at the crease ends, and Nepal are in tatters, 6 down.
Well, Gulshan Jha, we were talking about he was not moving his feet this time around. Junaid Siddiqui decided to move his feet, a Yorker length. Look at that, he came across. The ball might have fizzed out, but next up was angling in. Well, the umpire thinks otherwise. And
Shrine Billet Bat Baneko, Harik Nirmarko Merudanda, Panchakanya Steel.
यो रिभ्यू नभएको यो पनि राम्रो नि
NASA Securities, Nepal's largest stockbroker. Skyworth Air Conditioner.
Real trouble now. What could Nandan Yadav do? In down at number 8. Does have a bit of all-round potential. Saw that out in Hong Kong last year. His rearguard effort with Bashir Ahmed. But he impressed me, I must say. Bowling tight lines, very disciplined, clearly coming in with plans for each and every batter. Just wonder was Jha unlucky there though. Felt to me as though it might have just pitched outside leg.
absolutely no doubt about it. My first impression was the ball might have just drifted a tad towards the next step of the umpire. He thinks otherwise, and Wilson is already back to the pavilion. Nandan Yadav, as Andrew said, he has got a couple of 50s in PM Cup under his belt as well. The bowling all-rounder from Nepal, he has to stick till the very end with his keeper, Dipendra Singh Airi.
Certainly, you'd imagine now he's not just going to have to change gears, but also think about hogging the strike and finding a way to face as many of the final 4 overs that remain after this ball. So maybe a single here, and then start to show us that world-class power that we know he has.
Absolutely, Andrew. And another thing, look at Junaid. 4 dot balls and a single, and he's bowling the 16th over of the match. He's a T20 match, let me remind you all. But the experience of Junaid Siddiqui is showing up superb here in TU.
Does exactly that. Just takes a single, happy to retain the strike. Big final 4 needed. It's 98 for 6.
अहिले भित्ताको लागि एसियन पेन्ट्सको अल्टिमा रेन्ज drink.
You can see the floodlights kicking into full effect. There was a bit of a dark cloud actually just passing across behind the pavilion, behind our commentary position as well. Good news is for the moment, it looks like it's not going to interrupt proceedings. Tends to be a really nice time of year here in Nepal. Temperature's good, weather good for cricket.
A couple of days ago it was even better. Today it was a bit humid. The temperature was 31 degrees centigrade. The hottest of the season, I'd like to say, Andrew. You came at the right time when the temperature rose up. Yesterday it was drizzling in the evening into you, actually.
Definitely nicer than Ireland right now. It seems to rain every day I'm ever in Ireland. We have beautiful scenes across the capital city. 3 cities that make up the beautiful valley here in Nepal. Beauty. Very impressive, Zuhai. 4 debutants today for the UAE, and obviously, you'll know the Nepal team better. Even I certainly know the established Nepali players better than these 4 debutants. But all 4 that have come in, Zemitan there, Harpreet Singh, Dino Zamani, and Akshdeep Nath, having their moments. Yadav goes downtown, gets a good crease, and gets 6. Not quite picking it. Uses his feet, gets to the pitch, and gets a maximum.
Tall mediation from Nepal, showing how to do it. Second 6 of the innings, Usha Gundal hit one. This one, look at that. Step out to the speeder, straight back over his head. And backs he goes. 100 up for the ball as well.
Really, the first trademark TU roar that we've heard. They've been subdued throughout this first innings. Better length. See Yadav just not quite able to firstly pick the leg break. He's not confident which way it's going, and then adjust to the sharp turn.
Shahid has been one bowler who has got the maximum run out of this wicket, Andrew. So that is the reason why. Number 42 wise this time around. He comes across, goes across, and it has been. Boy, what a shot that was, came out of nowhere, Andrew.
Yeah, really good adjustment and use of the crease. It's also looking at the field because there's a man at deep backward square, miles behind square, then there's a cow corner, there's no one at deep mid wickets. So even if the fielder was at deep mid wicket, I think he would have just got enough. Very clever use of the crease and a great adjustment from Nandan Yadav to get the second maximum of the over, just the third of the innings. Nepal finding something to cheer finally. Tries to go again. This one goes a long way up. He hasn't got all of it. Fielder comes in and holds on. 6 and out for Yadav. A Shahid Afridi-esque celebration gives the UAE their 7th.
1 for 2 maximum, but Mohammad Shuhaib, he has got the last laugh. And the quick cameo from Nandan Yadav comes to an end. Once again, he wanted to be the aggression coming down. Wasn't really under the ball this time around. In time in the way he would have liked. That ball was in the air forever. And a good catch being taken under the lights. Nepal after 17 hours, 1-1-1-7 number is out for the team.
प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या स्टिल. Extreme energy drink. Skybird air conditioner.
NASA Securities, Nepal's largest stockbroker.
Harry wrapped around the corner. Sadiq will Jason Bain. Is now the moment for Irene to shift gears. Sherman in the crease, he's a bit on striker's end. Irene finally has a boundary.
That too against Mohammad Irfan. He was invited back for his second spare. He just considered 10 of his 2. But look at that. Premeditated. Just saw the direction. There's no way any team is going to have fielder over there. Ball sailed over the boundary. For 4 runs, much needed runs for Nepal. Coming towards the end, Andrew.
Just the second boundary, remarkably, for the Tenderson and Irene. Now the crowd find their voice. Starting to bring back the memories of Mumbai. His brilliance there was a true standout. What can he drag his side up to? Captain for the first time here, officially in a T20I. Is 150 out of the question? They have to play very well to get there.
Well, Dipendra Singh Airi is there. Anything is possible. We have seen him doing the impossible. And look at the crowd. Aren't they pumped? Extreme energy is floating around the ground in TU. Irfan should be feeling the heat.
You really just need to hold their nerve, get out of this innings. Good change of pace, really clever. At first you could see Ari's eyes lit up. He thought, yes, downtown, over long on for 6. Adjusted his stroke, gets an inside edge, gets a single. What will Sharmala's approach be here? Does he have to get his captain onto strike, surely?
Concluded, Andrew. And Sharmala, well, he had played some good knocks with the bat as well. So he would be trusting his guts, but it's very important for him to give as much strike as possible to his keeper, Dipendra Singh Airi, because he's the man of the moment for Nepal.
Half a deal, but clearly going under the patch yet. Never has a shortage of confidence, Sharmala, anything he does. Whether it's media interviews, whether it's batting, bowling, fielding, he fully backs his confidence. He's got a bit of swagger. I'd love to see that. He is capable with the bat, but I think his job has to be bat on ball, get Irie on strike, find a way for the Tiger to roar, and try to push Nepal north of definitely 140, but in a dream scenario with a big final 2, can they scrape up to 150? Could that be competitive? Says no, Lenny, I'm going to go downtown and look for the maximum. And he kicks out the man. It's not a clever piece of batting for my money. Got to get the captain on strike. The 8th wicket now falls. It's the second ball duck for Sharmala.
And this is the second phase of the match where Nepal are losing wickets in clusters. This time around it was Sharmala. We've been talking about how important is it for him to rotate the strike and give it to Dipendra Singh Airi, but he decided to take the charge in his hands. Went for a wild swing. Tanvir, well, he has been kept busy. Safe pair of hands. And Sharmala, he has to go easy cast at the long on for the tall medium pacer from UAE. Sharmala didn't bother the scorer, 1 on 8 for 8 Nepal.
प्राइम मिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड
प्र्याक्टिसै गर्न पाउँदैन
Max Tiger Energy Drink. Skyward Air Conditioner.
बोलरको लागि त
एक सिपमा juicy.
यार कोड खोइ यार अरे
Sandeep Lamachani to the crease. Now that's probably not the result I really wanted, because he'll get a single and Ari will be left at the non-striker's end. Wicket taken over. It's 119 for 8.
Extreme energy drink. In cricket and in life, being an all-rounder gives you the edge. That's why Grace International is with you every step of the way. Grace International, connecting life and learning.
ल है ल अब केटाहरुले 2 गरेर कति रन हाल्छ त स्कोर प्रेडिक्सन गरौँ गाइस मैले गर्ने
Max Tiger Energy Drink.
140 गरे मैले अब 22 रन हाल्छु
Well, we're going to have to get this checked, because we have it down that Kazema Tanvir's bowled his 4 overs, but actually we'll get those graphics corrected. He just bowled 3 so far, so he's allowed to bowl his 4th and final. Be Junaid Sadiq to bowl the other one. Again, not the cleverest piece of cricket here. Ari being let down by his partners in the moment.
Absolutely. Whoever the bat is coming, they're swinging wild. They have to just rotate the strike and give the strike to Dipendra Singh Airi. who has been watching all the dramas folding from the non-striker's end. Tanvir.
मोबाइलमा फन्ट पनि कस्तो त्यो पर्सिप रहेछ
It's
147
single this time. Yeah, we'll get those graphics correct. Obviously cannot bowl 5, no changes to the T20I regulations. This is just his fourth. I think it was an over with Mohamed Arfan that we credited to 10.
Amin Bora 147 फोन आएर मर यार
We credited to Tanvir, we'll get that corrected. Beautiful shots there, weren't there? And there is actually now just a dribble of rain on the outfield. Just see, hopefully we'll get through these remaining 10 balls, but a really nice picture being painted with those puffy white clouds. Maybe the rain will change the wicket a touch as well. Hopefully it won't be enough to take us off. Just 10 deliveries to get through. Just see that little bit of drizzle on your screen there.
दोकानमा बसेर काम गर्यो कसैको फोन आउँदैन काम पनि छैन
back. Why is this Nepal innings never got going?
Because they were too ambitious on this occasion today, especially I'd like to say, because the dismissal of Kushal Patel was really unfortunate. Sandeep Johra never looked confident. He should have just kept on rotating this right when he went for the shot. Talk about the dismissal of Kushal Mullah. He was set there, he threw it wicket away. Gulshan Jahid never.
He was
set there, he threw it wicket away. Gulshan Jahid.
Ground staff running for cover. 16 for Bertel, 13 for South, 17 for Mala, 14 for Bashar, and 13 for Yadam. They're not big enough scores.
Of course, they've got to the start, but they haven't been able to convert it to the big score. Oh, not good enough touch and go. Dipendra Singh Harry, he wants to strike at any cost, and with the rains getting heavier. And umpire signal wise. Well, the rain's getting heavier. It was this time around. Yesterday there was passing shower as well, so we couldn't disturbing game that much.
It's so heavy, so we'll get through the final 7 deliveries. We are saying now it's too heavy. The playing conditions will have at least 30, if not something between 30 and 60 minutes of time to allow for an interruption. So in theory, Nepal should get back out there. We'll have to wait and see as to how long this rain delay will be. The poor crowd are being sent running for cover now as the heavens open. Rather, summing up that first innings, let's just have a bit of a chat about it, Kieran. Lot of innings to remember on the return to international cricket for Nepal. Bit of promise from Bertel and Saud on top, but from there the wickets fell regularly.
Yeah, and the batters have themselves to play for it. Look at that.